My name's Summer Matthews. I've been running forever now, seems like. I started in elementary school and ran all throughout grade school, did cross country and stuff like that. And then I continued running in the Air Force. They made me run a lot, but I really enjoy it. And I want to continue to run and hopefully hit a marathon one day. In January last year, I woke up and I started having an enormous amount of back pain. So I went to the doctor, they x-rayed my back, took an MRI, and said that I had a fracture in my spine and 2 herniated discs. The herniated discs were pinching my sciatic nerve, which goes all the way to your foot. So they told me that the fracture would heal itself and that the herniated discs, they would have to try a couple things to see if anything helped. So they sent me to physical therapy for 4 weeks, and then I had 2 epidural injections, and that didn't help at all. And then I did acupuncture, and they tried to shock my nerves a little bit, and that still didn't help. This was over about a year time span. They finally suggested surgery in December of last year, so I was excited for that. I went ahead and did it, and they went in and drilled a hole in my vertebrae and then loosened up the nerve, and it worked. So ever since then I've been feeling really well. The biggest challenge for me since back surgery was about up to 4 weeks after surgery. I was still feeling the same pain, so I was getting really discouraged, like the surgery didn't work and I would never get to, you know, run or exercise and do stuff that I love again. But then about 4 weeks after, the pain started diminishing and I started feeling a lot better. I've been running since, you know, elementary school really. I was probably about 7 or 8. I did cross country in elementary and track and stuff like that throughout my grade school years. Training was challenging to get back into since I was out of commission for, you know, a year. But I just started slow and started, you know, doing it again and fell back in love, and then just kept increasing my mileage and stuff like that. In the 10 miler at Papa John's, it went really well. I had ran it 2 years ago and did pretty well, so I was just trying to beat my time, but being out without running for, you know, all of last year, I did a little bit more training and I got about the same time that I did the first time I ran it. I think I'm prepared for the mini this year. I've done a lot of training, and ever since I got, you know, out of the hospital for my surgery, I've started running again and it's been going pretty good. Around the area I usually run, Cherokee Park is one of my favorites. I like the hills and the scenery. And then I run at Iroquois sometimes, and I really like to run downtown around the river, up the walking bridge over to Indiana and then back. I ran the Kentucky Derby mini marathon this weekend, which was 13.1 miles. When I started, it was about 50 degrees, so it was a little chilly, but I got warmed up pretty quickly. At the start line, there was a lot of people, so the first mile was a little crammed, but after that, I kind of got in a groove, and it went really well. During the race, I felt pretty good, but when I hit about mile 10, my legs started to get really tired, and I just got some cramps in my sides, so I started to slow down, but I just pushed through, and then when I got to the end, I felt really good, felt relieved, and so happy to be done. Next year, to improve, I'm gonna run the Triple Crown again, and I'm gonna start training a little bit sooner. You know, this year I didn't get to train until after December, after I recovered from my back surgery, but I'm gonna start training a little bit in the winter. More, and then I'm gonna maybe do some higher interval training where I sprint and stuff so that my time gets a little bit faster. So if you were interested in running a mini marathon, I would just suggest to get up and get moving. I mean, just start off slow, start off interval training, you know, sprints and things like that, and then work your way up, try to get your mile time faster, and then work on distance after that.